very fun, but controversial. Today, I'm going to be going over my pros and cons of owning an e-bike. I've had a Fazari Wire Peak for quite some time now, and here's what I love and don't quite care for about owning an e-bike. The first pro is why I decided to even buy an e-bike in the first place. It's so I could explore that much more. This comes in handy when you're traveling for sure. Andrew and I did quite a few e-bike trips up to Canada, and we were able to experience way more trails than we would have if we were on our normal bikes. However, when you plan to take an e-bike trip, you will have to sort out a way to charge it. Either you can be at a hotel, or what we do, we have these portable battery banks. For more info on my particular e-bike charging setup while on a vacation, check out this video I'll link up above. In my experience, braking is harder on the e-bike. It's a fair bit heavier, and even with the bigger rotors I have, it doesn't quite have the control that I have on my normal bike. That being said, I learned to plan ahead and I adapted, but I will always feel a smidge more comfortable braking with a less heavy bike. One thing that definitely added to my confidence with the control of my bike was swapping in some awesome eddy current Schwalbe tires, which you can find at competitivecyclist.com, who is the sponsor of this video. While the weight of the bike tends to be a con, it actually helps with my next pro. E-bikes have traction dials, which makes corners feel so good. With my experience with e-bikes, they just have a more planted feel, which can be very beneficial on the right type of trail. And the last downside to riding an e-bike is that they don't pop that well. Now, I'm not saying that e-bikes can't jump. I've taken my e-bike down a jump trail and I've had such a fun time. But you're not going to get that same playful, light feeling with your e-bike. You just can't. And this might just be something that's in my opinion because my e-bike almost weighs half as much as me. Even with the cons, I think the pros outweigh them by far, and I truly enjoy riding my e-bike. I usually like to think of e-biking as a total separate sport from mountain biking. One, it helps me justify the purchase because e-bikes are expensive, and also they aren't always allowed on normal mountain biking trails. They also handle fairly differently, and that's okay. Some of the trails that I wouldn't have the most fun on my normal bike, I have an absolute hoot and holler on my e-bike. Well, folks, those are some of my pros and cons to owning and riding an E-mtb. If I forgot any, or if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Now I hope you go and find some flow.